and I came here and I felt I was right, so I stayed. That's another great thing about product photography, that you don't need much. It feels just like a kind and supporting place for me right now. Here in Ubud there are at least 3 raw vegan cafes, which is amazing, I think. So they never have emotions or mood or something, and that was the easiest thing for me to do.
Open your hands, stand in the light, watch it begin. We're gonna shine.
Yeah, the first thing that I would love to know about you is like, how did you end up doing what you do right now here in Bali?
That's an interesting thing. That's a very, very long story. First, I'm doing photography. I'm doing product photography for eco brands mostly. And that's a long story which started back in Russia 5 years ago. I just started to become interested in photography in general, and I just randomly took a picture of something like in nature, something similar to the surroundings that we are now in. And yeah, I just loved it and started to develop skills, and I'm here now doing the photography for brands around the world.
Oh, nice, cool. So like, what's the thing that you started to do the photography, like the eco brand thing, the one that you shoot the product?
The eco brand thing came just like 2 years ago or so. The brand photography itself came 2 years ago. And first I was just taking pictures of everything. I was taking pictures of my friend's cat, of the beautiful streets, of the sun, and of the city, just everything. I tried everything in photography, basically from portrait to cityscapes to nature to everything.
So then you started to do product photography. How did you start that?
I had a friend that had a coffee shop back in Moscow, and I accidentally met a photographer from another city who was doing all this Insta social media marketing thing for the coffee shops, and he was doing the pictures also. He was also a photographer, so he just told me like, I'm doing this kind of stuff, and I just thought maybe I should try also. And I was searching for some sphere in photography that I can be based in. Like, I was thinking of portrait photography, wedding photography, something else, but it didn't work. I didn't really like it, so that was the first thing that I actually liked. So yeah, the very first step in the product photography for me was when I was like a couple of years ago, and I participated in the... Can I do it again?
It's okay, we can edit it. We will edit it.
A couple of years ago I participated in the contest from Adidas, how do you call it? So I won this contest, and they offered me to shoot their new sneakers, and yeah, I shot them in the city. And that moment when I was doing this photo shooting, I realized that this is what I want to do. So the product photography.
Great.
This started with this big brand.
Yeah, nice. It's amazing. Like you tried many photography, yeah, like wedding and portrait,
Yeah.
city, and then project. But like, what's the thing about product that you like the most instead of taking other stuff?
The thing is that I was always the person who didn't like taking pictures of people. So that was the thing. I was very fond of macro shots and everything that is close up. So when you shoot product photography, it's mostly close up. And that's the thing that I liked about it. And the products, they never move, they always look the same, they never have emotions or mood or something. And that was the easiest thing for me to do. And that was, I could be alone with myself and with the product, and I could focus like 100% on what I'm doing, and I didn't need to be communicating with someone else, and I could just do my art. So that's the thing. But now developing my brand more and more, I need to learn portrait photography, and I even started to like it very much. I learned how to work with people, and now it's like a combination of product photography of the products themselves and the product photography with people, with models, this kind of stuff.
That's amazing. So you like to put stuff together until it looks great, and then you create the picture of those products. How you work usually?
Most of the times I go somewhere in the nature, because most of the times I go somewhere in the nature because all of my clients are from the ecosphere and they want their products to be in the nature or somewhere in the natural surrounding with the natural light. So I go somewhere like in the jungle or the ocean, and I just see what is around, what things I can do with the thing that is around me right now. The light, the atmosphere, everything. And then I take a couple of pictures in different angles, and I try different things. I try to work with prism, with all the things that can create beautiful light, the shadows, the herbs, the leaves. And yeah, that's how the shots are born.
It's amazing. That's why you moved to Bali, because you can find, especially here in Ubud, that you can find a lot of things like that. Or
I was living for half a year in Canggu before, so it was a beautiful ocean surroundings. And here now it's a beautiful jungle surroundings. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I moved to Bali, the beautiful nature. But also the atmosphere here, it feels like the nature and the atmosphere and the space is supporting the creation. So I get a lot of beautiful ideas. I see people around creating, and the artists and everyone. It just amazes me.
that's crazy. I mean, like, yeah. So you basically can like work anywhere you want, right? Because like your clients, like from outside, you just take the picture and they're happy.
Yes, that's true.
Right?
I just need to carry their products.
Yeah, just like that, right?
Yeah.
And then you just to be Bali because of these things you mentioned.
Partly.
Like only.
Okay, that's a kind of difficult question, because I first heard of Bali, I think 4 or 5 years ago, and then everyone started talking about Bali, like Bali, Bali, Bali. I started discovering more and more and more about this beautiful island, and then like 2 or a little bit more years ago, I went to Thailand, and I loved the vibe of Southeast Asia. And then I decided that, yeah, I need to try to go to Bali. And a little bit more than a year ago, I came here for the first time, and I'm here for now. Never left since then.
Oh wow, that's great. So
Yeah.
this was actually your first time to come here?
Yeah, if not counting a couple of days in Singapore, that's my first time.
No, I mean in Bali.
Yeah, I mean, in the middle, I was in Singapore for a couple of days.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
But I mean, so this was the first time you came to Bali, and you never left since.
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy.
I just felt that I have to go here, and I came here and I felt I was right, so I stayed. And I don't know what's next, but for now it feels like home.
That's great. What makes you feel that way?
I think the nature first, and the atmosphere of the place itself. The traditions, the people that are here, the people that come here, I mean the European, the Americans, everyone from everywhere in the world. It feels just like a kind and supporting place for me right now. So that's the place that supports me the most in my creation, in just my happy life, in just in everything, to be relaxed and focused at the same time.
Next question I would love to know is like, what's your, suppose that, okay, can you tell me like your last client, like what's the product, and like when did you shoot it, and how did you shoot it, like did you need to hike somewhere or like go somewhere?
That is always like the surroundings of jungle, since I'm in Ubud now. So mostly I shoot for skincare products, so that was the skincare. And I created some beautiful pictures with the model and just with the shots themselves. Yeah, that's where? Here in the boot, in a villa.
Oh, in the villa?
Yeah.
You don't like try somewhere like...
Sometimes I do, but the owner came here to Bali and we did the photo shooting together. So.
Okay. Do you have like some experience you do it somewhere outside, like nature, you know?
Yes, of course. I did that many times when I was back in Canggu. I did a lot of photo shootings in the ocean, I mean on the beach, and just the leafy surroundings. And it always depends on the situation.
How about here in Ubud?
Here in Ubud, I just had the villa photo shootings yet, but they're like very natural and jungle. Like we're here now, it's just a random place and it's beautiful.
So you have the villa that for the photo shoot is like jungle-ish kind of thing, yeah?
Yeah, since I'm doing mostly close-ups, you don't need much for a great shot. It's like a couple of leaves and it's like this size of the picture. So you can basically do it everywhere. When I was back in Russia, I did it just on the table, in the balcony somewhere. You just need a small piece of something beautiful.
Wow.
So yeah, that's another great thing about product photography, that you don't need much.
Okay, cool, amazing. Let's try another questions. You still okay?
Yes,
Comfortable?
yes, sure.
Okay, can you like describe a little bit of yourself that makes you suitable living in Bali?
I think the first thing is that I'm a huge nature lover. After a year in Bali, I don't think that I will be able to live in a city, in a flat, you know, somewhere in Megalopolis. It's just impossible for me right now. So yeah, I'm a big nature lover. I'm very familiar with vegan culture. I'm myself a raw vegan, so that is very supportive here. Everyone is at least familiar with veganism, with this type of lifestyle. Here in Ubud, there are at least 3 raw vegan cafes, which is amazing, I think. So, and the type of people that are here, everyone is creative, artistic, something. I've discovered some dance classes here. I've discovered different things, different events, and this is amazing vibe. That is what makes me love Bali.
Amazing. What's the thing about the raw vegan? What's the difference between raw vegan and vegan?
The raw vegan is that you eat only not cooked food. The food that was not heated over 42 degrees Celsius. So that's vegan, plus you don't cook, like steam or fry or something.
Never heard that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So like, what do you eat? How do you eat it here? Or you just like buy fruits? Or there is like special cafe? I don't know.
There are at least 3 special cafes here in Ubud, which serve raw vegan food. Mostly the dishes are based on the dehydration. It's like a very, very, very slow oven. You know, this machine for drying fruits and vegetables? Raw vegans use it for preparing like pizza, something like cakes and different stuff. But if I eat at home, of course, it's much simpler. Mostly it's just fruits, veggies, some salads, sometimes nuts, seeds, something like that.
But you don't cook it, eh?
No, I don't.
Like how?
Like just fresh, just fresh fruits, salads, raw nuts. Sometimes I can do something like spring rolls or sushi rolls without rice. Raw vegan cuisine is really wide, but it's very unknown. So sometimes it's a pleasure to create something new. Like, have you heard of the banana ice cream?
I think I know, but banana and ice cream, right?
No, it's ice cream from banana. You freeze bananas and then you make ice cream from that. Bananas, some fruits, maybe chocolate or something, and it tastes like a good ice cream. But it's based on fruits, and that's it.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So is this, sorry, because the light is, you know, is the is this place here support you doing the raw vegan thing? Because I feel like it's a bit a mission to do it, you know, like finding fruit which is not everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
If you compare it to the colder regions, for example Russia or somewhere else, Europe, it's gonna be easier here because of the climate first. You don't want to eat heavy foods here, you mostly want to eat fruits. The fruits are of very high quality because they're local in most of the cases, and you have amazing fruits like papaya, pineapple, mango when it's season, avocado, different stuff. So yeah, that's the thing that is supportive, that all the produce is local, so that's great. But when it's not seasonal fruits, like right now, it's a little bit more difficult, but still it's okay.
Cool, amazing, nice. Okay, this is the last question. Based on what you do right now, being a product photographer, working with the clients there, and what do you wish or hope about Bali in the future that can help you still support you doing what you do?
What do you mean? I didn't kind of understand the question.
So, for example, like you maybe wish Bali nature is still the same because you use nature a lot for your product, something like
What I wish Bali for future, right?
that can support.
I think I wish the nature to be still the same, and I wish that the Bali still have the spots that are secluded enough and unspoiled enough and not touristy enough that the people who really admire and enjoy nature can just be there without harm and just enjoy the connection with the nature. So that's the main thing, I think.
That's great. Okay, another one just came to my mind.
Okay.
You told me about your product photography. You've done it in the villa, yeah? Is actually like a lot of villas here, which is like good for that kind of product photography.
I'm not really sure because I didn't see much. Mostly I just do it in my home. So if everyone invites me to their villa, that's great. You see, the product photography is a thing that if you have like a nice background or something, you still can create amazing things. Like with the lights, with the shadows, you just need to see these small details. And for the product photography, the success is in details to me. So you can basically use any surroundings, at least like when it's not completely dark and trash everywhere.
So it doesn't need to be like all good, yeah?
Just like small, simple things. For example, I can create the beautiful things from that rock.
Which rock?
This one.
Oh, okay. Wow, okay.
So even if all the rest is not very good, I can still do some beautiful pictures.
Great. Okay, that's all. Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.